And welcome back, folks, to more Ace Attorney. Last time we played, we just started Chapter 3, Turnabout Samurai, and we're just going to get right in there. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Crank up the music here. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. The sick stream was so bad it put me in the hospital and you'll have to pay the bill. I'm not responsible for that. Young? Like how young? 10 years old? And what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see, I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Oh, that's 1 year off from being a grandpa. And watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. He really is a boomer. Ramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I gonna pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. When you were a grade school kid, what did you want to be? Disappointment for sure. Not even gonna answer that. October 16, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick. Please, Nick. Beep. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright & Co. offices. Maya's here watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers played the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who played the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, 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 it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes, right in Cone offices. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Lucky I finished Coffee Talk episode 2. It was peak. How was Coffee Talk episode 1 though? Mia's desk. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all these now. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Lucky I saw some Germa guy streaming with 19,000 people watching. He is popular, eh? Yeah, he is. What to do? Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to go down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate? Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue of what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. What's wrong, Maya? It's him in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client, that's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa, 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 what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No, no. This is getting off to a great start. I know, you're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no, no, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. Do you feel this way when your favorite VTubers forget to turn on their rig? Oh, all the time, Rusty. All the time. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Ooh, ah. Did you just call Mike Rusty? Oh, sorry. My bad. Give me a second here. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. Seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 in the morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. When 5 came around, the staff gathered at the studio. The evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you can explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo. You investigate why he has a dead cat under his shirt. Now that's hair on his chest, Mike. When you get a bit more testosterone, we'll have that too. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Ooh, You see, Neo-Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. After lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. He arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Oh, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. This guard monitors the visitor room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Well, for the camera. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. So this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited? Hey, you there. You want in? You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Use today. Oh, wait. Oh, old lady's boomerang right now. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen to when you're being spoken to. Use today. Why didn't you voice act the boomerang? It was too fast. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Oh, thanks, Mike. What do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... Oh, you were a star? Only a twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was. Hammer. The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now, not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. The old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. Who's your favorite Ace Attorney character and why is it Old Bag? It's not, though. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers, of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Would I have heard of that? There was an accident during filming 5 years ago. Got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. If you want to go to the studio, you'll have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Gotta go back to the detention center. They all think I didn't, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. That's like a baby. But the security lady said that she saw you that day. She says that she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. It's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. How about the security guard at the main gate in the studio? Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Am I? Have a look at this. It's a letter of request for Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. To think he would entrust his faith to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studio. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one's allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah, it's that confused detective. Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's all your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal, it's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey there, Franco. What exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Oh, hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. Are we winning? No. Let's talk about how Franco's doing. How you doing, Franco? How are you? How's your week? Sorry about that. Water went in the wrong hole there. Whew. I'm dying here. Hey there, Zura. How you doing? Oh, jeez. So how's your investigation doing, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions, right? So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, at the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went into the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Willpower. Jeez. I'm dying. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Oh man, why did I get this game today? I'm choking here. That's true. Anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Are we talking about the same person? I showed her my badge. She gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. She gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, a photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no. He has evidence. We are finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh. I'd like to ask the employees some questions. Sure thing, pal. We'll go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't found already. Ha 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 ha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. It's our chance to check things out. Hey, there's a camera here. That's a security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1307. Must be the camera ID number. Studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? Holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. It's like you need a card key to get in. Would make sense that they would want to keep non-employees out. How lucky has declined. I remember when he could drink water without choking. Sad to see the decline. True. I'm a little bushed. I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on some tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. You sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Hey, what's that supposed to mean, pal? Detective Gumshoe. What's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell over that path. Oh yeah, that was kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Nick, look! Security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough that she doesn't even need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh. You had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Hey there, Freeport. You like donuts? Not really. Like, I like plain donuts. Not the ones coated with sugar or whatnot. Why didn't you tell us, sorry, about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day. She looks like that one Punch-Out character in... Yeah, the one Punch-Out character in Super Punch-Out. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened around 2:30. The only one I've seen go through here is Power himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one who did it, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? He was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Ah, the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. I can't tell who was Freeport and Mike anymore, that's true. Very similar. Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too, but I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home too. October 16th, Global Studios employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Well, Powers, it must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. A window to the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Let's see. Cola, candy, and chips. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. Hey there, XTX. How you doing? Remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak, that would hit the spot. You just had a burger! Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? It's not even possible. I'm doing great. How are you all doing? I'm dying. The door the door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey Nick, let's have a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean find? You never know. It might be something like the samurai spear. You don't need a spear. That's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? October 16th. Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him take a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. I must give these to the employees. Tea and cookies. Dick, I'm hungry. I just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? There are regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh. This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Dick, try this on. No. And how can he tell the name of a show just by looking at the wig? I kind of like samurai movies, kinda. Oh, bag here. This must be Power's bag. Hey, don't open that. Look, an employee card key. This must be Power's. It says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. I just thought that if there was a remember to hydrate redeem here, how many people would be redeeming it? I would be drowning. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it's kind of dusty outside. Hey there, Relics. I've redeemed Remember to Hydrate. No, you didn't. We don't have that here. Go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep. It opened. All right, we're in. It was way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Let's talk about how it would be good to have more redeems. Okay. I think there's more than enough redeems without slowing down the stream. But if you guys have better ideas, let me know. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? The white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Soundboard redeem. Some channels have it, and it's super annoying. Redeem to do a quiz. Yeah, that would not slow down the stream at all. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body laid with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. That's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. A Lucky quiz, random trivia about Lucky. Well, wouldn't I know all the answers? Look, a ladder. It's a step ladder. What's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Oh, right, sorry. This girl is out there. It's a camera. It must cost a ton. Don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. Sorry, my partner's kinda, no, I don't know. Who are you? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. Lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP. Oh, Will Power. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see? Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequence in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. Employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. I saw WP go to his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? Kinda. No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's something that's been bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yeah, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I've got a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information on that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Lucky, are you ill? I choked on some water. And now I have to read like 50,000 lines, so it's not helping my throat. It was normal water. Actually, I've got a confession to make. It was not normal water. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? Someone else came into the studio. She must have seen them. It was actually lemon and honey water, and it was hot. That's right. You're still here. Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I want to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. All right, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. He's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that. Tomorrow, I knew a thing about shame you and your youth. Ah! He left. Well, Nick, our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulder. Computer that runs a studio security camera. Maybe we can check the photo of Powers. Maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. Okay, let's give it a try. Do you know how to work these things? Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera was turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Oh, shoot. What was it? Lucky plays. Well, Mike, what was it? It printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? Oh, is this a picture of Will Powers? Oh, he's the one that wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printing on the back, huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. No, that's the only one in the computer. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah, we'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. And that's what I said. Hey, anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? That was just a joke, so are we done for today? Go eat some burgers. I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it would be better if we had some idea who the real killer is. Maybe it really is that security lady. How lame is Evil Magistrate? I mean, that was the main enemy in Way of the Samurai 4. And he wasn't lame. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show that to the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Power, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face. Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. This here is the employee area. Actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. Security lady that works the studios was there at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station is the gate. Past that, there are the studios. And there it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were at the employee area until noon. After lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. Samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. Samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone would like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station say? Understood? Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. When I was young, I was still an old bag. So, believe it, but there was a boy and the captain of the chess club. He called me an old bag and I just cried. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Charge this old bag with the yapping. The death penalty. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. He sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. The poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. It was at the main gate from then till 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant, huh? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, we're gonna press her on everything. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the station, well, that's not what he said. So at any time, anyone could go into the studio. That's what he said. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. The main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who was supposed to be there couldn't get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Lucky, do you still have the voice changer? Yeah, sure. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Can we get the Skipmunk voice? No. They got the basics figured out by noon, and they were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. What if I choose a path? Well, that's not a path. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? Well, I had some errands to run in the morning. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question! Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? And did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway. I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Let's talk about how Choose the Path Redeemed sucks. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I choose the path of the chipmunk voice. Okay, well, you can have the chipmunk voice for yourself. When I'm gonna read your chat, I'm gonna use the chipmunk voice. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then till 5. Be a sport. No. No, not today. So you were watching the whole time. No breaks, not even a second. Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I could watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper. Huh? Old windbag is losing it. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How do you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2, are you sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to be so excited at your age. You might strain something. This should be a nice little background image for the channel. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears? No chance. Time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the station. The studio. Okay, so we have the picture. Probably this one. Let me get this straight, old bag. I mean, Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But That doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? How do you feel about saying old bag? I'm completely fine with that. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Lucky, can I call you old bag? No, that's disrespectful. I'll ban you immediately. He told me, this isn't any good evidence, pal. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs. See, clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers, Happy. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything. Oh, thank you for that, Arthur. I'll have you know that I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. On this up and up. Used today, always whining. It's Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, who was present at the run-through? There was Powers, was Old Hammer, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! The Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. You broke a prop? Rule number 1, you can gaslight Lucky. If you can gaslight Lucky, you must gaslight Lucky. Rule number 2, if you can disrespect Lucky, you must disrespect Lucky. See, this is why you're not a mod there, Mike. It's the constant betrayals. Sure did. It's his own samurai spear. A murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. But I better write this down in the court record. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Just the lap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is... where's the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Judge, I don't think that's how it works. You don't really gamble on that. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Oh, they're right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that a possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go through the studios before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. If no one else went into the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about being it a secret, he told me everything. The spear in the photo was not a broken one. Well, we don't know that. It was duct taped. Maybe we just don't see the tape. The only person I saw go to the studio was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. No one else went there. What about before he got to the guard station? You mean before 1 p.m.? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbags sure has balls, or well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. What would we present? You think it's the spear? It's only like there's no reason to talk about the spear though. You're looping. I'm trying to figure out what we can do here. Show the card? No, that's not right. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations. The map? It's wrong answer. The pants, they're too long, yeah? Maybe. Should probably save just in case. She went to the... She went into her guard station at 1, right? You gotta object on the willpower. With the photo, okay. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, right? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means that it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2? The computer only held data for 1 photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it was really the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. But there is only data for 1 of those photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Me? Watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on that gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. And the witness explained this to the court. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Angie boy, help! Huh? Believe me, I want you, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, old bag? Oh, that's right. I remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have another important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out 1 photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Instead of a VIP badge, could we give out a whippersnapper badge? I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only remembered it. Only just remembered it. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please continue cross-examining. I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Another job? That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. How exactly do you determine what is suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy? Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a sec. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? Told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? On the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably second or third grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked about second or third grade. As we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. Boy in the second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I would think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. And they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information and no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers, yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner in the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of your stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. Where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thought on this matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claims. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear what you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed this murder? The assistant girl, the grade school boy, or the security lady? Probably the assistant girl. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. So you're saying that the steel samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Uh-oh, bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning the Powers injury. Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me? What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the steel samurai. She could look the steel samurai look with the costume. But she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. It kind of takes the legs out of her. Uh-oh. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Oh no! Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. The fight's not over yet. Can I accuse someone else? If the security guard that erases evidence says the assistant didn't know, that is hard evidence. It's the lady? It's the kid? But I thought the kid couldn't use the spear. Should we listen to Brelix? Or should we listen to Deb? It was a security lady and Wendy Oldbag. Oh? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Old Bag. What? Whippersnapper? Order. Is this true, Old Bag? Old Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What is that supposed to mean? So you all think I did it, is that it? Etchy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Give Granny a break or press further. Press stab her. Don't give Granny a break. Finish her. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to Mr. Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went into the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds top. Why would you pin your old man? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof. You have proof that shows that the boy could not have committed the murder? Well, it's probably the samurai spear that's too heavy for the kid, right? Take that! Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. It's gotta be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy, what's her name? Something Old Bag, Your Honor. And the prosecution will look further into this Old Bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not gonna sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Just Miss Windbag, Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not gonna let them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. There's no penalty, yeah. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studios and TV bigwigs. Why did I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course! Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? Was it Studio 2? If you look at the guide map, there it is. You gotta go through the gate all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I've already asked all my questions, but continue cross-examination or take a break? Press harder? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth, almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Them? Who are these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. Okay, we already know this. How's old bag? I think we're good. Oh, we're cross-examining old bag right now. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet here we stand. As we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Olbag, and more information about these other people that we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court at Defendant's Lobby, number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Grin. Or should I? Sniff. Sniff? Sniff what? We'll be going down to the studios to do more investigating. We'll have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who was it in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's go down to the studios. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sniff. Everyone's sniffing. October 18th, Wright & Co. law offices. What a day! This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP has a chance? Really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. What are we gonna do then? Let's get to the studios. What do you think we should do? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. All right. There's no point in hanging out here. That's what I've been saying. Let's go to the studios pronto. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it. You don't have a clue of what happened. Not enough information. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. She was totally gonna eat them. Security guard station. This Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. Just like every old people. They love junk food. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left is the actual film studios. The studio van. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. It's an assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh. Don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Ah, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Lots of times they end up looking worse than they did when I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. You'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Luck with your investigation. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that's the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What do you want? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Oh, she's serious. Uh-oh. Rip it open or leave it be? Penny gets fired after this. Let her rip. I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay. You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah. There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. Drain grates off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably old Tokyo castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't these people cycle to get exercise? Well, not always. Sometimes it's a mode of transportation. The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. That's been 2 days now. All right, let's get out of here. Where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. Guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. Nick, but what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Got a point. Bunch of snacks. Wait, Nick, what now? These snacks, they're past the expiration date. Don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Some regular suits among the costumes here. Those must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. Supermarket tabloids? I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. Is Phoenix Wright a furry? Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. How are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean the plates with the steak bones left over in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. Lucky, as a scaly, does it make you feel... How does it make you feel knowing that one of your kind is the MC of this? I'm not a scaly, though. Nor a furry. You should see the old windbag's eyes flash when she sees them. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said the director and producer were here on the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? Or the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. He saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Objection! Why did you draw so many kobolds? I drew one. Sue me! And it was for a challenge too, so I didn't do it out of my free will. Hey Nick, looks like Detective Gumshoe was in here today. You're right, he's probably up to his neck in paperwork after all that commotion. Remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. This place is deserted. Eek. What was that noise? It sounded like it came inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. Let's go in. Not sure we should be barging in, huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No. There's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. What are we waiting for? Let's borrow it, if they'll let us. Cameras have been turned off for the day. I can see the computer runs the security cameras. Please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want that key for the trailer. Maybe next time. Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. You would have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon. Why is it Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Did you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this anyway? Never mind. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of the card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. Better be careful not to lose that. We're very strict about the card keys. A light van for moving equipment. We kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it works fine. Let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Incinerator. Apparently, they just put this one in. Already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. They ate T-bone steaks too. What's it? What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak, but something seems out of place. I don't know, it just feels odd. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Lucky, is Maya a tomboy? I don't think so. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. The trailer door, it's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. Doubt they'll let us borrow it. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Not sure what we can do. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it's a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Hey, it's the director's chair. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Take a look at that. It's one of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And a megaphone. A real-life megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. Yeah, I've already checked the dented fence. The stepladder. Yeah, we already... Oh, maybe the kid is here. Now that we open the, Grate's a little bent. Maybe the camera was rolling for the rehearsal? I doubt it. What the hell? Who are you dudes? Lamau? Huh? We? Wait, you first? Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever. Lamers. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make the lead shows. The Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC. Read the film credits. Really? You're the salmonella? I'm sorry, you look so, I'm sorry. No, quite all right, really. It's fine, Raffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection. Yeah, hot. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume, Roxor's. What? Hey, you're drooling. Huh? Well, lol, buffer overrun, pant. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Raffle Lamau. Pink Princess? That's gotta be Little Old Tokyo. Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Hey, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run through for an action scene in the morning. And a meeting for lunchtime in Studio 2. I was so busy I didn't get a chance to eat. Oh. Sad face. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah. Suck sores. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does suck sores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in the meeting from noon till 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. He's telling the truth. That meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was meeting with you. Oh, you mean D. Vasquez? He's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary though. Sweats. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. Please gaslight this guy into offing himself. Please. Why? Does he make you uncomfortable, Mike? These are your peers, Mike. Remember that. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 the whole time. What exactly are these bigwig people? What exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors and a few production guys. I'd say he looks better than us, really. Yeah, and he's got a job as a creative director. And they piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension, sweats. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl. Sounds like they would be all reliable witnesses. This is WP, right? How do you know? Oh, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. All right, the director would know about the injury. He was there. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me, lol. Scratch the name Manila and just put chat. Why are you staring at me like that? As a child. What is wrong with you, Manila? Aha! You again? Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume, told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. That would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnappers. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now, 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. About that kid you say you saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. I think she's losing it. How is everyone so dumb? Because it's a game. Hey! It's that kid. Hey, wait! I bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, kiddio, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? Well, you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I'm being mocked. Gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody. Cody Hackins. Call me Kitty-O again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ah! Aha, you can't fool me. Okay. Then what's the last line said by the innkeeper on episode 8? Ah, easy. Like some fries with that? Ah, not bad, kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always... The Steel Samurai always wins. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? No way I'm telling you losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle. Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Sleeping pills? Oh my god, the plot thickens. What was that kid saying? He saw everything. Where's that old windbag? Thought of her to leave her post. Hey! It was her. Stop, whippersnapper. Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Oh, she tripped. Oh yeah, looks happy. Hey Nick, now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. This is it. The trailer key. The key to the trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right? I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened! Great, let's go! He seems eager. You first, but not that eager. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, let's see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. And don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? Yes. Yes, they are. Get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Wait. Yes. Let's just see Manila. Give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. We'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. The memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. Just like lucky. What do you mean? I'm not weird. Perfectly normal. In fact, the most normal. Oh, this is from the producer, huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is honed if I don't find it. It might be quicker just to look in all the places where he's likely to have been. You said you look like the creepy director, Lucky. That's not normal. I never said that. I said chat might be like the creepy director. And you're judging him. Maybe I'll sit down. That's why I don't want to get old ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. When you start saying I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. Back at the scene of the crime. Hey, look. It's a chair. Take a look around that chair. Remember the script? Aha! We found it! The script! Why is it covered in grease? Because he's gross AF. Wow, way to judge someone, Mike. I thought you were bigger than this. There, we found it. Your script. Script handed to Dee Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us. Quiet. I'm reading. Just hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyways? And who do you think... And do you know who we are? Powers lawyers? Oh, right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just... Well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon, yes, with the director and the people from the network, correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? What am I supposed to show here? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? Monkey with the broken head? Oh, right, that. What an original name. His head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. He didn't start moving the head out of the way until 3. And it was after 4 that the path was unblocked. Peach. Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck after 4. Hammer died at 2:30, thus none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came after 3 to move the head. He called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they would corroborate my story. But wait. What if the head fell over after 2:30? And you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time. It in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. It stopped at 2:15. 2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right, oh wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean, like we have one lead? The boy, of course. Lucky, did you know that Phoenix's right's original name was Ryuichi Naruhodo? No, didn't know that. I saw them, I saw everything. What? But no way I'm telling you, losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. The boy's our last hope. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Huff, huff, puff. Huff, huff. Examine them titties. You should be muted for that. At least 10 minutes. Whippersnapper. I can't catch him. When I catch him, doesn't add any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper. That's not a hostage. Actually, we're gonna save it here because we're like way above what we should be doing right now. Way over time. So we're gonna call it there for Ace Attorney for today. We're gonna take a small break and then we'll segue into Arcana after the break, so stay tuned.